Pickaxe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to YOMP. It's a total recall. It doesn't make any fucking sense, but that's the film.
That is the film, and we're talking about the one that is not from the last decade or two. I'm really old, and I don't know when really the one old. With, because it was like a remake with Colin. I can never. It's really messed up. I can never distinguish the Farrell and Firth. Colin Farrell and
Oh, Collins are the same.
They're all the same. I can never distinguish. So Colin Farrell is the younger one, and Colin Firth is the older one, the British one, because one's Irish, isn't he?
Colin.
Yeah, so Colin Farrell is Irish, Colin. And Colin Firth is the one from like Bridget Jones' Diary and Pride and Prejudice, and it's just the names, okay? They don't look similar, they don't look anything alike. It's just I can never remember which one is called which.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, that's that one.
Yeah. But yes, there was a
In Bruges.
In Bruges. Oh my god, have you seen that one?
Yes, yeah. I love it.
It's
ridiculous.
Mental. But yeah, we're not talking about the 2012 Total Recall. We are talking about the 1990 Total Recall with Arnie.
Arnie! I keep forgetting that it is 1990 and not an 80s film.
It does feel very 80s, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, it's very. I don't know. I forget that it was 90, but yeah, it's a classic. It is, again, yeah. It's one of the ones that a lot of people have seen already because it's so ubiquitous.
You'd be surprised. I feel like some people may not have seen it. Like, would you put it near the same level as like watching Running Man, for example? The Running Man?
Yeah, probably. I think they're in the same. They're in the same vein, aren't they?
Yeah, I'd say so. So Total Recall is based off of a Philip K. Dick novel.
Yes.
I can't remember what the name of it is.
I haven't read it either.
I've not read it, but I did read the, Blade Runner, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. Yeah. But I've not read this one, because I think this one's like a short story, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the I know they call them sci-fi writers. They used to do like quite a lot of little short stories. You didn't have to make it into a big novel.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, it's based off of the book novelette We Can Remember It For You Wholesale from 1966. Which is mental. It's the 66. That's insane.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, like I did my thing on The Thing, and that was based on a very short story that was written. So The Thing from Another World, was a 50s film that was based on. So that was 1951, and I think that was based on Who Goes There, 1938. Isn't that wild?
38?
The Thing was based on a story that was written in 1938.
That's mad. Genuinely mad.
I love it. It makes me so happy that like these ideas have been just going forever, and the human brain is just phenomenal at making this stuff up,
Yeah, absolutely. It's impressive, really. Like, I thought 66 was crazy, but then, fucking hell, 38. Wonderful minds. the other thing that I like clocked on to, because obviously Total Recall's been on the list for quite some time. Like another piece of news actually is this: the podcast is 3 years old.
Hooray! Congratulations, podcast! You've made it.
You've made it, podcast. What do mothers do when they say that their babies are like 100 and something months old? We should do that, but with the podcast.
We're just going to keep going. So that's 52 weeks times 3. 12 times 3? Don't fucking know. I don't know any times tables, G.
How many? Yeah, okay. How many months is in 3 years? Okay. What?
We're just precipitating the
36.
The notion that women are stupid, by the way.
Yeah, I don't like maths. I do apologize to anybody who likes maths. Me and maths don't get on very well.
You don't need maths, honestly. Like
maths dumb.
We have calculators these days.
Yeah, I mean, why do math when calculator solve issue for me?
Calculator, great. Solve many prob.
Solve many prob. But the podcast is 36 months old, everybody.
Holy shit.
That's amazing. So, yeah, 3 years of doing this wonderful podcast with the lovely Sophie.
And the lovely Australia sweetheart, G-Star Games.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's another piece of news before we move on to discussing the movie. So
G has been awarded Australia's sweetheart.
I have. Oh, my God. Can you guys believe it? Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Australia and all of the 7 circle of hell creatures that spawn from there.
Yes.
They've made me who I am today and my love of movies.
Stuff, yeah.
But yeah, so we have, obviously you guys know that we have a Patreon, and we want to take a quick opportunity and moment to thank the people who are at the Giga Yompa tier. Obviously, we appreciate every single person, no matter what tier, but the Giga Yompa tier is basically the producer tier, so thank you all so much. Special shout out to Smashy, Icky, Steve, Jenky, Scott, 5877, I'm a Robot, Luck33, and Enki13. And if you want to support us over on the Patreon, it is patreon.com/yompcast. There are 3 tiers. And, if you're in the middle tier, you can be added to the list of people who get to contribute a movie to something that we might end up watching. Which is what we're going to do today. So by the time we're done reviewing Total Recall, we're going to choose from the list of movies that people have submitted. And the next movie that we're going to watch is from one of the Patreon people. So thank you all so much.
Thank you. We wanted to do it more often because it's such fun. Like, we love it.
It is.
We're running out of films, honestly, me and G. We haven't got any clue. We don't actually know that many films.
Yeah, I honestly, like, in all seriousness, I don't think that's even possible. Sophie watches so many films, like, she has a letterboxd and she's constantly logging in all her film reviews. So
I'm logging, and also I literally live in a VHS cave.
Yep,
it's great here.
Men have their man caves, and Sophie has her VHS cave.
It's true. When I was trying to organize things, I think it was before I had shelves to put them on. So you have to stack them in a certain way. So you'll do a row of upright videotapes, and then you've got the ones that are sort of shit that you put horizontally to sort of support the next layer of them. I have been involved in a few crashes, a few things have fallen upon
collapses.
My person. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's a way that I'd be quite happy to die,
Under the weight of very bad 80s pornos and very very eclectic cop films with like Dead Heat, for example.
Joe Piscopo killed me. Oh my god.
No.
I'd take I'd probably take a horrible one of the awful ones to the skull, and let me just have a look. I mean, Frankenhooker to the skull would be quite good, wouldn't it?
You know what? Maybe you might get like you know how superheroes have, you know, the disaster that turns them into the superhero. Like
Yes.
Spider-Man gets bitten by a spider, you know, whatever else, you know, with like Wolverine with the adamantium. You get crushed by your VHS tapes. So what would you turn into?
I was going to say, do you think anything good would happen from that? Because there's no radiation involved. I'll just die. Spider-Man would be a different fucking story if he got bitten by a spider, which then killed him. If it was a brown recluse or a black widow that just
killed him. Yeah,
he's just dead. He just died.
There's a variation in the comics with Spider-Man that he has sex with MJ and he ends up killing her because his jizz is like radioactive or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's exactly the sort of thing that I would expect from Spider-Man.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that it makes sense though, because, you know, it's his, you know, it's his DNA. It's his, what makes him up. And, you know, if he's having sex with MJ, some freaky stuff's going to happen.
Spider-Man issue, The Amazing Spider-Man issue 69. My cum is radioactive.
Imagine Dragon's song Radioactive starts playing. Oh my god. But yeah, thank you to all the Patreon people, and
Thanks,
we are
Patreon.
good. Well, thank you, Patreon. Sorry for talking about Spider-Spunk.
No, I think it's probably a good thing. They like it.
Yeah, I mean,
Sick
who wouldn't?
Freaks.
Who bloody wouldn't?
Oh.
But today we are discussing Total Recall, as I said, the one from the 90s with Arnie, and it's been on the list for like as long as I can remember us doing the podcast. It's been a while, so
Forever.
Yeah, it's nice that it actually got picked for once.
Yeah. So I chose this one like obviously ages ago, but it stayed on the list because I thought it would be a really good one to discuss. It's got a lot of what ifs, ins and outs.
Yep.
Maybes, like what's real, what is not real.
Yep.
It's a hell of a film, and I think it's one that I probably watch at least once a year, just in general, because it's like, oh, that's on Plex or whatever, that's on Pluto TV. I fancy putting that on because it's got a lovely, it's a lovely, heartwarming film about mutants and prostitutes with 3 tits. Oh my god, there's prostitutes in it.
Your favorite?
My favorite. I love it.
I mean, you know, as soon as I saw that it was Marshall Bell or Rob, the guy who does the special effects, the guy who like did
Rob Bottin.
Yeah, that's the one. Sorry, not Marshall Bell. He's the guy who plays the resistance leader. So the guy who did the work or a bunch of the prosthetic work for The Thing.
Yes.
So as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, this makes much sense.
It makes complete sense, right? It's, I mean, the special effects are absolutely fucking perfect. Gotta say, I think that's probably one of the most memorable things
about the film.
This, yeah, because there's Arnie going, and his eyes are popping out, and he's got a big head, and
freaky stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool, and that's the thing that most people remember from it.
Yes.
So, and again,
I've seen it like in the last 10 or so years, but yeah, that as soon as I started watching it, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember very vividly the scene where he gets like, you know, he's in Mars and his eyes start bulging out of his head, and obviously, you know, we're not equipped to survive on Mars, so.
Are we not?
Freaky.
Are we?
Sorry to shatter your hopes and aspirations, but you cannot actually survive on Mars.
Oh, shit.
Okay, we'll just... Yeah, no. Just make him believe that we can, so he can go up there and live.
Elon would be that guy that's there, that's like limiting the oxygen to everyone.
Because he needs so much. Oh, yeah!
He would be the owner of Mars, and he would be like, no. Yep. I'm not letting you have any air, you mutant freaks.
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. with that. Because that is the plot. Well, part of the plot of Total Recall is that there's some big wig twat up on Mars. I mean, I guess there's like a colony there for people, and
Cohagen, that's his name.
Cohagen, yeah, and
Ronnie Cox plays Cohagen, and Cohagen is like he runs Mars, so, and that's not but he's doing the old consumerism shit for everybody, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, typical. Typical.
It's very dystopian in a lot of ways, and it starts out on on Earth, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people are living normally, and I can't remember because I watched The Running Man not long after, so I can't remember what year it's supposed to be set in. Is it 2017 or 2016 or something?
It's I don't actually know. I wasn't mentioned.
What year is Total Recall set? Oh no, 2084. Okay, so the Running Man must be set in 2016.
Yes. Yeah, because I remember going lol.
The future.
There's so many. I love it though, because there's so many films where it's like, oh, it's the future. It's 2010.
Yeah,
it's fucking 2019. Like, there's literally a film called 2019, and there's like, I love it. We're living in the future, and it's horrible.
It is horrible. Yeah, we're living in what they foresaw to be the now, and they did it in Blade Runner, and obviously, like, there's loads of films from like the 80s and 90s where it's like, oh, it's the year 2019 or whatever, and like that's past, and surprise, we had a pandemic, so that was fun.
Surprise!
And there's no floating cars, but there's people sending Cybertrucks into space, so that's fun.
Space needed more debris. I think it just needed a bit more shit in there.
Yeah, we just, just shoot it up into space. Why not?
Why not? Why the fuck not? But the Arnie plays Douglas Quaid, and he lives on Earth, and he keeps dreaming about Mars, and he wants to go to Mars for a holiday, but his wife does not want him to go. She says, "Oh, there's too much dust on Mars."
There's too much dust. We just can't. He's got a hot wife, Sharon Stone, I think, right? Or
yeah. She's not really I don't think much of her acting. And to me, because of the face blindness, I cannot. She's just regular blonde woman to me.
Do you not think she does a decent halfway job?
Yeah, she does. She does act like a bitch really well.
Yeah, because she plays, her most famous thing is, Casino is a pretty famous one for her, but Basic Instinct, where she does the whole, crossing of the leg, pussy on display, flash.
Yeah. I learned some stuff about that film.
Oh, okay. Please do tell. I genuinely want to know.
Yeah, no, the whole thing with her pussy.
Go on.
So the thing about Sharon Stone's pussy.
The thing about Sharon Stone's puss.
So the director told her, yeah, we're going to angle it so it's just completely in shadow. We're not going to actually see anything up there. Mm-hmm. But then obviously they you could see it, and they left it in. They left it in, and they did not tell her that they left it in. So that was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's pretty.
She did not actually consent to that particular.
Really?
Mm.
God.
So there you go.
Oh, I thought it was one of those things where, when we watched Terminator and it was out of frame because of the aspect ratio and the cameras they used at the time. And then when they blow up the film and they put it in a bigger aspect ratio and then it ends up showing more compared to the original, it's because it's different, right? Like when they, we're going to release Friends, right, in 1080p or in 4K, and then you can see the camera crew just off the sides because it wasn't intended to be shown in that aspect ratio. And I think Yeah, I don't know.
You thought that was purposefully, like, it was like, oh, well, now that it's in 4K, you can see vagina, but you could see vagina the whole time.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought they were like, okay, we're sort of gonna like, make sure it's a bit hidden, but I guess not.
They thought, yeah, they told her it was going to be hidden.
Yeah, and then they probably filmed it, and they got to the cutting room and the editing process, and were like, ooh. But they could have, like, fucking darkened it a little bit. They could have done something.
Yeah,
to
I think
hide it.
he liked the fact that you could see the vag.
Ugh. Who's the director of
men like to look at vaginas?
Oh my god, the audacity. Basic Instinct director is who the fuck is the director? Oh, Paul Verhoeven.
He
did RoboCop and Starship Troopers. Oh, and Showgirls.
And Total Recall.
Anyway,
so he was in this, and this
I didn't realize it was the same director.
Yeah.
Oh.
He just really wanted to see Sharon Stone's puss a little bit more, I think.
Well, I mean, have you seen Showgirls?
Bits of.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yes, yeah.
It's pretty out there and a little controversial. So
yeah. I'd need to watch it again, I think.
Got Carl McLachlan in it.
I know. That's why I want to watch it again, because he's.
I love Carl McLachlan. He's such a boy. Hollow Man. I didn't know he did Hollow Man. I remember my parents rented Hollow Man. And this was obviously in 2000. And they were like, you can't watch this, it's too scary. And then they sent me outside. They sent me to go play outside. And I was trying to look outside. Literally, I was like trying to like look through the windows and be like, oh, is it really scary? And
that's really funny.
To this day, I've never seen it.
You're not allowed to.
Yeah, I think I'm just like, what? In my mind, my parents told me I can't watch it. So.
that's like my mum's friend, the family friend, said that Magnum ice creams, they're for 18 plus. You can't have them. You can't have a Magnum. It's because they were just slightly more expensive than the fucking Choc Ices or whatever.
That's so funny.
You can't have them for grown-ups. So they're a grown-up ice cream, like Viennetta. That's also a grown-up ice cream.
I do love a Viennetta.
Do you know, we can just...
let's go get a Viennetta.
Buy those.
Do you think we can? Are we allowed?
Yeah, I think so.
Might have to check with an actual supervising adult, but...
Maybe. I'll ask my mum.
Yeah.
Can I have a Viennetta, mama?
Please.
Please. Please. So, Paul Verhoeven also directed Total Recall, and it's got his signature sort of choreographed violence that I do enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely fantastic. I just this film, it feels so fluid, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I remember the first time I watched it, I liked it, but I didn't like love it. And I was like, because I think the older you get, the more you start to appreciate just anything, right? Like the first time I watched something, like The Crown, for example, when I attempted to watch The Crown the first time, I hated it. I was like, this is boring. I don't get it. It's slow and it's lame and blah, blah, blah. And then a few years later passed and I'm like, actually, this is really interesting and whatever else. And it's so insane how quickly, or just like the older you get, how your opinion can change. And I definitely had a different opinion of this upon rewatching now.
Yeah. And I mean, it's one of those, because obviously when I was younger, I was like, I don't want to watch action films. What? Why would I want to do that?
Yeah.
But genuinely, it's a very good film. And the basic sort of premise of it, I mean, based on the story is, Arnie plays a guy who he keeps dreaming about Mars, and there's a girl on Mars, and he wants to go to Mars, but his wife does not want him to go to Mars. She says, "Why don't we go to Saturn? It's so much nicer on Saturn."
I mean, I don't disagree. Like, I feel like, I mean, I don't know what the atmosphere is like on Saturn, but like, we know that Mars is uninhabitable and way too hot and like scary. But Saturn, even in science fiction, I'm not sure if it's a bit more desirable.
I don't know. I'm looking at it's got metallic hydrogen, intermediate layer of liquid hydrogen and liquid helium, outer layer of gas. So it's got ammonia crystals in the upper atmosphere. So basically, it's not good to breathe in.
Yeah, no,
you're not
wrong. You're not wrong. It says that it's a massive gas giant.
And it's a gas giant. So it's like literally like not really you can't really go there.
It's completely uninhabitable for humans on Saturn. There's no solid ground. And it's negative 150 to 178 degrees.
Yeah. So there's a rocky core, and then it's like there's ice.
Yeah.
The core is very small, and then there's like metallic hydrogen and helium, and then there's helium rain, and then you got your liquid hydrogen, you got your gassy hydrogen, and then you got your cloud layer, and then you've got your rings around it. So really, like you probably shouldn't go.
Well, okay, how inhabitable is Mars? Okay, so it is considered the most habitable for humans outside of Earth. So it's got the surface temperature goes around 63 degrees or negative 63.
Mm-hmm.
And then through those summer days can reach 30 degrees. Without a magnetic field, the surface is constantly blasted with high dangerous levels of solar radiation, though.
I think probably we should do Mercury. Earth? Mercury next.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
It's just really fucking hot. It's right next to the sun. I mean, one solar day, sunrise to sunrise, is 176 Earth days.
Wait, what? One day?
One day on Mercury. So from like sunrise, we've got 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 176 Earth days, which is twice its year. So one side of Mercury is remaining in sunlight for a whole year of 88 Earth days. So 88 Earth days is a full year. That's how long it takes to go around the sun.
Yes.
But it spins so slowly that it takes twice that to rotate.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Interstellar?
No.
Oh, Sophie.
Is it good?
I mean, literally everybody loves Interstellar, but there's a planet called Miller's Planet. Okay. And it apparently in the film orbits like a supermassive black hole, and 1 hour on the surface of that planet equals 7 years back on Earth. Isn't that insane?
Planets are fucking cool. They just do their own thing.
Isn't that insane though? Like, all of this stuff blows my mind. It's just so fascinating and just scary and wondrous.
Isn't it fun? It's lovely. This is why I wanted to study like planetary science and stuff and astrophysics, because it's so cool. And like everything, the physics just applies from atoms all the way up to these massive like celestial bodies. How cool is that? It's just great. I wanted to understand that. But I don't think that we would survive on many other planets in this solar system in general. I think it cost way too much fucking money. And the thing is, the billionaires on this planet don't want to help humanity. So why would they want to do anything for another planet?
Exactly. And I don't know how many other colonies are established. But one of the things that we do know is that there's like rebellions, you know, fighting back, and there's like a bit of discord on the colony. And she's like, because he turns on the news and there's like, you know, people fighting and shooting going on, and it's pretty bad. And she desperately tries to distract him.
Yeah.
You know, from even like acknowledging the news or worrying about all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. She's like, will you fucking leave it alone? You know, it's all happening so far away and it's all just the news stuff. Like, just forget about it. And he's like, but I want to go to Mars. And she's like, no, you don't want to go to Mars. You'd fucking hate Mars. You would hate it. Just don't think, like, come on. But she is acting kind of like a bitch. I'll be honest. Like,
you think?
Right at the beginning, she's like, did you dream of her again? And then she starts fucking getting really mad at him. And hitting him. And it's like, come on, bro, it's a dream. I don't control this, right? Yeah. For starters. She's not real, so leave me alone. Stop abusing me. Well, and let me go to fucking Mars.
The context for that is because, spoiler alert, she's been put there and to basically watch him and make sure that he's not, you know, doing anything that he remembers from back way when he was doing his agent stuff or whatever. So her asking about, oh, did you dream of her and whatever, when you think about it, she's like trying to fish for information, like how much is he remembering?
Well, I mean, this brings us to part of the discussion, doesn't it?
Yes.
Is that real? Or is it not?
So Joe asks, he goes, do you think it was all a dream? Or,
do you think it was all in recall, or do you think that he genuinely had a schizoid embolism and it was actually real?
It was. So the question is it actually happening, or is it all a recall thing? Yeah. So the parts that make it fall apart in the sense that it's not a recall thing is obviously the events that occur when he's not there.
What do you mean?
Well, he's not present. Like when the baddies are talking with each other and when the baddies are, you know, scheming, and Arnie is not in that situation physically, how would he know that? Unless he's thinking of it.
He doesn't know that though. Like he doesn't. So it's just for us, the viewer. He doesn't know, but also we learn that he has some kind of psychic thing because of Quarto. Like when he goes, open your mind, and he shows him the reactor and stuff. So he doesn't know this stuff, because if he knew all of the things that were going on and happening, he'd know about the behind the scenes of what they were all thinking, and he wouldn't be so confused himself.
Wait, so what are you leaning towards then? Do you think it was a recall?
This is all recall, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. There are so many little clues in there that right from the beginning that it's all recall, and that he's filling in the gaps with the people that he knows in real life. So his wife's a bitch, so of course he gets to shoot her in the head because she won't let him do anything. And she's also like, she was lying to him. His mate who works on the construction site, he's in on it too. That's why he's trying to tell him that no, you shouldn't go to recall, or don't go to recall. And it's like another element of danger. He's spending 2 weeks on Mars in recall. That he says to him, like, oh, here's your 2-week package. You know, you get to spend 2 weeks on Mars, and it's just like you're really there. And then when he goes to the airport as the woman, like the shuttle boy. It's like 2 weeks. Blue skies on Mars. Choosing the woman that looks, it just so happens to look exactly like her. Like when he's going into his sleep and they're picking like the bits and pieces apart.
Yeah, but that could also be that it is a real thing. That is his type, because his type, you know, like, what's your type? And it's like, and he said it basically described her like dark hair, you know, brunette and this, and like opposite to, you know, his wife who's blonde and whatever. So I feel like that's...
Yeah, but when it's the same woman as in his dream.
Well, you don't see her, do you?
Right at the beginning, you see her face.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. I forgot that.
And what else was there that was leaning? So what someone says, oh, you don't want to actually go to Mars. There's crooked taxi drivers, you know? And it turns out one of the taxi drivers is crooked. The one that's like, well, hey, I've got 5 kids to feed. You know, it's all leaning towards like, these are things that people have mentioned in passing to him. Like there's all the rebellions and stuff. And then the guy who's organizing recall, he says, well, here's the thing. Here's what you get to do as a special agent. You get to fight the baddies. You get to save the planet. Basically, he tells him what you get in the package. And it's like,
yeah, that's true.
And he saves the planet.
But I really do believe that the whole perspective thing, the perspective shift when he's not in the scene or when he's not involved, like I don't know how that would be possible, right? So because if it was a dream, then it would, I think, be completely within his perspective. And there's a lot of different cuts, like, you know, to like Cohagen and, you know, Richter, and they're like scheming. And I feel like if it was a dream, they wouldn't do, because like how would he know that like I see where you're coming from, but the perspective thing just makes me think it has to be real, because how would he know that other stuff?
I mean, it's like any other film though. You know, you get to see all these different things just for the benefit of the viewer, to fill in the gaps for you, because it would be a bit weird just to try and follow it from his perspective.
Well, it was like with
a bit boring.
Shutter Island.
Yeah.
There was, I think, he was always in the scene. The only issue with him is that he's quote unquote an unreliable narrator in the showing of his perspective. But yeah, it was like trying to decipher whether or not he was, you know, actually the detective, or if he's, you know, I won't go into too much detail, but, you know, he was always there. He was always in the scene. He was always present. And I feel like that isn't really the case with Total Recall. He's not always there. He's not always. But I get what you're saying, because it's like, obviously, as the viewer, you have to get the world building and what's going on as well.
It's all given away very, like, if you pay attention to it, it's like, he tells him that by the time the trip is over, he'll get the girl, kill the bad guys, and save the entire planet. And then when he's actually getting it done, he tosses the guy she gives him a computer chip, and he goes, oh, that's a new one, Blue Sky on Mars, like at the ending of the film. And then when Quaid threatens to shoot Dr. Edgemar in the Hilton suite, Edgemar describes the events that will happen almost verbatim throughout the rest of the movie. So he just basically tells him what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like when Bob McLean's pitching the trip, you know, there's the alien artifacts are the new thing. You know, when he's scrolling through like the editions, he's like, aliens, two-headed aliens. No, alien artifacts the new thing. And it's like the whole planet has an alien artifact. It has an alien reactor on it.
Yeah.
So
there are a lot of things that weren't mentioned, though, that do end up cropping up within his experience. Obviously, they can't detail everything, But there are things that they don't say that he ends up encountering, during his time there. That wasn't obviously like foreshadowed by anyone or specifically like verbatim said by any of, anyone else.
Obviously, a lot of things are not said out loud, but it's like his brain fills in the rest. Like I said, his bitch wife, he gets to shoot her. He gets to meet the girl of his dreams, literally. And she's demure and sleazy. She's both. She doesn't put out for anyone, but she does put out. They were in love, and then he doesn't have any memory. Like there's a reason for everything that happens in like a good storytelling thing, and it's just the fact that we see what's happening with Cohagen and Richter just for our benefit. It's just for us, the viewer. Like, this shit's happening. Quaid doesn't know.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say that he knows or he doesn't know, because he's sort of having to... He's following along with us, and we're just one step ahead in that sense, just because we're watching the film.
Well, I feel like... I can't remember it exactly, but wasn't there like a section when he went to recall and before they were even able to do anything, they hadn't actually put the implant in yet? Because isn't that what the nurse said? She's like, we've not even done anything yet.
That's part of the experience. So that's like kicking off the story with a big way. But they did actually inject him with the tranquilizer, the thing that put him to sleep. So he was already asleep. And then the story starts.
Right, okay.
If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
But he was getting sleepy and they were going through the options. And so the story in his ego trip is basically like, we haven't even done anything, but he's been activated. Oh no. But really, he's just having a doze.
Yeah, there was... So I've looked up the reality versus dream, and there was like a couple people mentioning about the doctor sweating.
Yeah.
So it says, this was like, I think 3/4 into the film or something, and it says, this person says, his offer for a red pill to return to reality is pretty tempting, but it would also be an easy way to poison a confused Quaid who's winning the fight. The doctor also sweats, which begs the question of why a man who wouldn't die would possibly be nervous in a simulated dream, prompting Quaid to shoot him.
Yeah, so this is the part where it's like Quaid knows that recall is a thing, and it's adding a layer of confusion for both us and Quaid. It's like this other layer of deception. They get his wife in on it, and he's like, what have I got to lose? Just take this. It'll knock you the fuck out. It brings you back to reality, whereas the baddies want him to be knocked the fuck out, because we learn that he is actually on their side, but he was given a brain implant to integrate with the mutants so that he would get close to the mutants, if you see what I mean. So there's like so many fucking layers of stupid deception that I would be just screaming at everyone, going, tell them to fuck off. I'm like, I want to go home.
Yeah, because there's... Yeah, I mean, even as the film concludes, I can't remember what he says exactly, but he says, what if this is all a dream or something? And she goes, oh, well, you better kiss me.
Before you wake up.
But yeah, something like that. And then the screen goes like white. But I think the director, according to quite a few people, says that, or he tries to say that it's purposefully ambiguous.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely. And that makes it good. That's why we're getting discussion out of it as well. It's great.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's enough clues there that I feel like I know what's going on.
Yeah.
And other fucking nerds on the internet, we all think, well, of course, there's so many layers of deception. Actually, G-Star Games, if you pay attention.
I really like you're on the side of that it was a dream, and I'm on the side of I think it genuinely did happen.
Yeah, and that's great. Like, that's what makes it such an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Like, and he did say it'll feel so real, or you get your money back. So they make it feel real, and it seems real to us. But I was like thinking, like, holy shit, what happens when he wakes up in the offices in the chair again? He thinks he spent 2 weeks on Mars. He shot his wife. He shot his best mate. How do you fucking come back from that?
Yeah, exactly.
He snogged the girl of his dreams, literally, and then it's, oh my God. Because you struggle with differentiating dreams and reality when you wake up. Imagine if you had shot Joe in your dreams and you'd spent 2 weeks on Mars.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you wake up and you go, oh my fucking God.
Oh no, I actually didn't shoot him. Oh no, time to go shoot him, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, the part where, like, I guess even before the before the recall visit, right, when he's talking to his mate at the construction site, and he's like, and then he later finds out that his mate at the construction site is actually keeping an eye on him. But he says to him, like, oh, I want to go to recall. And then Harry tells him, like, it could end up in a lobotomy for him. And he's like, no, you shouldn't go. And, Quaid, like, agrees, but then also is, like, a little sus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is before. This is before the recall. So
exactly. He's kind of filling in the blanks, like, oh, well, he in his recall dream, like
he's
his
thinking,
wife didn't want him to go to Mars, so she must be in on it. He doesn't want him to go to recall, so he must be in on it. Like, it's like his brain is sort of filling in these blanks of these characters that we don't really know, but it's like
it seems suspicious. Like, why wouldn't you want me to go?
Yeah, and it's like, so it's sort of bringing out his subconscious thoughts about everything, because she's such a bitch about everything, and like why she doesn't want him to meet this girl in his dreams. Why his wife want him to meet this girl or go to Mars? Why Saturn? Why this? And it must be because she is trying to keep me away to keep an eye on him, and like his memory's coming back. So, and it's like he gets the girl, he saves the planet, kills all the bad guys.
So how do you feel about so the thing that I will admit to that was, like, confusing for me is the mutant stuff.
Right.
So I don't really understand why. Is it like some sort of thing that's making them into mutants, or? Yeah.
So they spent so long on Mars.
Yeah.
I think pretty much in bad situations. I'm trying to think. Like, they did explain it, and I can't fucking remember, obviously.
Because is that happening?
Oh, yeah, look, here you go. Mutated by air pollution and solar radiation within the cheaply built domes protecting the colony. So basically, they cheaped out on the housing, and everybody fucking mutated, which kind of sucks. You go to Mars... and oh no, the council housing that the council has built, they're fucking falling to pieces because they did it on the cheap. It looked all right at the time, but now I've got fucking 3 tits.
But why would he want to go to Mars, though? I don't really, like, I don't understand it at all.
I think it's just because he keeps dreaming about it. Like, he's intrigued.
There's nothing about Mars that, like, when he's watching the news or anything like that, there's nothing about it that seems appealing or alluring or enticing in any way, shape, or form.
Why do people want to go to Scunthorpe?
Not Scunthorpe.
Why? There are people that really want to go to. I mean, there's a potential that he wanted to go and help. There's the potential that, I mean, why would people want to go? I guess we all have different ideas of why we want to go somewhere. But I guess if you're dreaming of something over and over again, and it's like, shit, I feel like, because he says, I feel like I'm destined for something more. And he's like unhappy in his home life.
Yeah, maybe.
And
but I feel like watching the news about Mars and the situation and the turmoil and the discontent over there and the unsafe nature of it all with the rebellion, and it's like, I get what you're saying, because it's like, okay, you know, he feels like that could be a cool thing to be involved with or whatever, but it's crazy to be like, oh, yeah, that sounds like a good place to go. But then there's the other thing called the ego trip.
Yeah, so that's the bit where instead of just spending 2 weeks on Mars in Recall, he gets to be the best thing to ever happen to the planet. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like so like that's where the ego trip bit is. It comes in. It's like, well, you could just go on a nice holiday to Spain, or you could go on holiday to Spain and be really strong and help save all of the people of Spain and become Spain's king.
Yeah. So, I just don't know the detailed like things about like Total Recall in general. Like, I understand like the high level stuff, but then there's the ego trip stuff, and there's probably other stuff in there that, you know, was never like discussed or properly given more information on. I guess the high level thing is it's somebody else's memory, or it's fake memories. Oh, it's somebody else's memories of a scenario.
I think that it's not even memories. They're just making shit up, because that's why he's like, oh, blue skies on Mars, that's a new one. Like, they don't exist. These people don't exist. They only exist in the mind of the person that they're sort of putting in. So I guess it's like manufacturing memories out of nowhere. You know, like imagine if you imagine something that's never actually been a thing, like Simon coming back to the podcast. I've had these things implanted. He was never actually on the podcast. It was all just recall.
God, he's never been here this whole time.
Oh shit! And so I think that like it's all manufactured in the same way. I love films where you've got like a brain thing going on. Like, it's all manufactured things, like brain experimentation and what have you.
It's like with Blade Runner.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like, we watched
there's a lot of ambiguity, isn't there?
There is, yeah. We watched this. It was the second one, right? Not the first one.
No.
Yeah, so that was the one we did with RT, and a big part of that was the main character's role and purpose, and the, you know, what was his whole thing. And we were led to believe, spoiler alert, we were led to believe that he's the special one, and he's the one that came from being birthed by a synth, or whatever they call them in Blade Runner. But in actuality, it was not him, and his memories had been fabricated and made by the woman who was actually birthed by Rachel.
Yes.
So, yeah, but like that stuff, I guess, is pretty clear and laid out. But yeah, with this, it's very very ambiguous, and it could be this. I'll be like, oh, but why would he sweat if it was like this? And I guess it brings about discussion amongst people, and I'm curious to see what people who watch the movie think.
Yeah.
You know, and if more people are leaning towards it's a dream or it's like with the Matrix, like, you know, in the Matrix, it's like you go about your day-to-day life, but if you take this pill, you know, this is the reality, right?
Exactly. And it's all very weird, sort of like, do you know? Are you ever supposed to know? Does the person who wrote it even know? It's like that's the great thing.
Well, it's like people who think that we are living in the Matrix.
Yeah.
There are dead ass people who think that like our lives are not what's actually happening, that we are actually just plugged in.
Isn't it mad?
It's crazy. I don't think that's true, right? Like, if I had to genuinely give like a response on that, I don't think, but there's no way of knowing either way.
We don't know whether we're living in a simulation or whether anything is real, or whether I'm a brain in a jar and I'm doing this to myself.
Literally.
Like we don't know anything, and that's why humanity is what it's like. It's like I love thinking about the conspiracy theories of like whether you believe that we're just a collective consciousness trying to experience the universe in so many different ways, and when you die you go and you take your consciousness back to the one big thing, and it's all just about learning everything, you know.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's freaky. I would like to think that we are just individuals, because what it means to be human and the human experience is obviously a collective of people and different walks of life and different things that make us all so different from one another. But the core elements of what makes us human beings, right? Relationships and religion and, you know, our work and the things that we are, you know, like nature, like the things that we subject ourselves to. And yeah, it would be really fucking depressing if all in all, you know, we were just plugged into some fucking goop pod.
Yeah. I think it's easy for people to feel like they
have no control.
They have no control, and they're just not. Like, if you think about, you want to feel like an individual. You want to feel like you're important and special and better than what you are. So that's why the ego trip is so tempting to him. Yeah. Because he says, I feel like I'm destined for more. And it's like, yeah, I fucking get that too. Like, I'm constantly. We need a good bit of ego death in the world, just to make sure because people get very selfish when they get too egotistical. So
100%. Yeah, I mean, everybody experiences it, and you know, I think people there are definitely a lot of people out there who are very humble and are just so happy with the little things that they have and the things that are not even little. Like, you can be rich in life and it has nothing to do with like having wads of cash.
Exactly.
You know, and it's the more you appreciate the things that you do have, because things can change very quickly.
Oh, absolutely.
Very quickly. Like, you can, like, knock on wood, like, you get sick, use something incurable, something like you lose, you know, there are things that cannot be reversed.
Yes.
So,
and you need to make the most of the life that you do have and all the things that you do have.
Yeah.
We're getting very philosophical because of Total Recall.
I mean, it really does make you think. Like, this person is, if we're leaning towards the dream aspect, which is he's not happy in his life and he wants a different experience, and there's a service readily available, and it's like with Westworld, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a holiday. It's they're selling you a really an expensive holiday, that isn't real. You know, it's like a completely immersive holiday.
Yeah.
And it's I mean, I guess it's better to do it like in a controlled environment where you're not really like, imagine he's holding all this resentment towards his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess it's kind of like a therapy session. Like I would like to think that he wakes up out of this and goes, yeah, maybe I should divorce my wife.
Yeah.
Like, because I thought about shooting her in the face. But
well, I mean, he didn't initially want to shoot her in the face. It's
he didn't really, no,
because it basically was push came to shove, and there was like a shootout, and I can't remember how it all went down, but she was like distracting him, and then they all came crashing through the door, and there was like a couple instances where he like went head to head with her.
Yeah.
I really want to know in the book, because the book's name is We Can Remember It For You Wholesale.
Yeah.
Which is very clever. And it really makes me think that it's leaning towards, with just going off of the name, it feels like it's more towards a dream.
Yeah.
Just going off of the name alone. Obviously, I've not read the book and I don't know what happens in the book, but I'd be very, very interested to see the differeces there.
Well, even in the synopsis I mean, obviously I haven't read it either, but the synopsis says like he works a menial office job, and his biggest dream, he wants to visit Mars, but he's constantly dissuaded by his wife, and he goes to receive memory implants of having traveled to Mars, and then under sedation he regains erased memories of who he really is, and that he is really a secret agent who has been to Mars. Then they refund him half of his money and send him home. And he thinks that it was a failure because his memories are blurry, and he remembers a trip to an office to get the procedure done. He returns home, still believing the memories are fake, but he discovers a box of fauna smuggled from Mars in his desk. He confronts his wife about whether or not he has actually been to Mars, and she angrily leaves him. Two armed men suddenly enter and reveal that Quayle has a telepathic transmitter in his head that allows them to read his thoughts. Through this interaction, Quayle suddenly remembers why he had his memories erased. He wasn't just a secret agent, he was an assassin who killed a political opponent for Earth's government. And then
this is in the novelette.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then he has his abilities awakened and he fights them off. And he contacts his former commanders through the telepathic transmitter. And he suggests going through another mind wipe, but replacing his current awareness of being assassin with the pleasant memory of an exciting life. His commanders agree. He turns himself in and is placed with a psychiatrist to figure out what his own personal desires are. When he was young, he used to fantasize that as a child he came across a minuscule rodent-like aliens that were going to launch a full invasion of Earth with their superior technology. However, young Quayle was so kind to and accepting of the aliens that they decided to hold off on their invasion as long as he was alive. While finding the fantasy narcissistic, his commanders agreed to plant the memories at recall. To everyone's shock, those memories turned out to be real as well.
So it's all real in the book.
In the book, it's like there's no. It's like the service is there.
Yeah.
The recall service is there, but it's all everything is real. So it involves tiny little rodent-like aliens, and they want to invade Earth, and his wife just leaves him, and
why not?
There was a political opponent for Earth's government that he killed. So, but his memories return. So there is no ambiguity. The ambiguity thing is not.
It's not a thing in the novel.
It's not really a thing by the look of it. Now, I'm obviously not 100% on.
I mean, the film is a different story. That's it's completely, there's things that they outline in the novel, it seems like, that are like, no, it's literally like, it's real.
Yeah.
Because here it says, like, apparently when he went to go do it, so obviously to incorporate the fake memories of a Mars trip, the procedure triggers suppressed real memories. So suppressed real memories.
Yeah.
And apparently he's a highly lethal assassin whose mind was wiped by aliens.
Right.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. But I kind of like the ambiguity, and I like that the director tried to go with like a, is it or isn't it?
I agree. Like, it made it, and it's like The Thing, because The Thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The novel was basically, the little novelette was like, okay, so there's these guys and they find a spaceship, and this thing, it can shapeshift. And it's more similar to the 1980 thingy version of The Thing than the 1950s one. Because in the 50s one, he was a he was a vegetable.
Oh,
he was a carrot that gained sentience. He didn't shapeshift. He couldn't fucking do shit. He couldn't read minds.
I don't know what you're talking. Like, this is new information for me. So this is The Thing, the 80s one.
Yeah. So the book of The Thing, basically had a shape-shifting telepathic alien who could shapeshift into people and dogs and stuff. Yeah. Then they made a 1950s film that basically had nothing to do with that. It was just set on one of the poles.
Right.
And it was a spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
And then they remade it, but they went back and did it like the book more. And they did it really well.
Yes, agreed.
And then the 2011 one was fucking shit.
I didn't even know there was a 2011 one.
Very disappointing. It's initially from the Norwegians' perspective, so it's like a prequel to the thing. It's got Mary Elizabeth Winstead and
Joel Edgerton's in it. Okay, yeah, I didn't even know this was a thing.
Oh.
I didn't know. Oh, it's got 6.3, and then on Google it says 80% like this film. The 6.3 is with a 155k ratings.
Bloody hell!
That's a lot, and 6.3 is not horrendous, but I mean it could be bad, right?
The thing about the thing is that in the 2011 The Thing, it was basically like CGI monster, very overtly being a CGI monster running around like Alien.
Not practical.
No practical effects, but also no lurking sort of dread of like wondering who's who and who's what. There's like a couple of instances of, oh, maybe they're the no, wait, okay. Right, that's a thing.
It's not as mysterious as in the is it the 80s one? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not slightly mysterious, but it's not
slightly, but not as well executed.
Yes. So, I mean, you can watch it as long as you keep an open mind, but then it's like it's supposed to be sort of a prequel, but it doesn't even really go into the 1980s one very well. So I personally didn't think much of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I'm glad that in Total Recall they took a story, a little story, a novelette, and they were like, that is a cracking idea. Let's improve upon that. And obviously it's based on, and they did this a lot with the 1930s to 1950s sort of sci-fi comics. They had these little magazines where they would write stories, and people obviously grew up reading these and then go, you know what, I'm going to make a film out of that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of what, Hollywood is a lot of books, things adapted from, books. And I mean, it's, basically the script is right there, right? But there's a lot of things that do come out from just people actually using their brains and not using AI to write a script. God help us.
God help us. But yeah, it's I thought it was very well executed in the script writing in this one that's been you know, it's Dan O'Bannon that helped write it. And Dan O'Bannon is a fucking incredible screenwriter because he did Dark Star, which I fucking love, and he directed Return of the Living Dead, and he did the screenplay for Alien. So
okay,
I know his work, and he's a very talented screenwriter. So I think it's fucking great, and he worked with the guy Ronald Shusett. Yeah,
who's Ronald?
That's another. They work together a lot.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of like a dream team of writing these sort of like sci-fi horror sort of things as well. So I thought they did really well on that. And then the practical effects are just amazing, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, like the scene where he's at the airport and he's the fat woman who's also credited as the fat woman or the fat lady in the credits, by the way. She doesn't actually have a name. It's so funny. You know, because they needed like a really tall lady. And when, you know, they are, I can't even remember what do you have any fruit or veg?
2 weeks.
Because, you know, the one question he asked her was, you know, how long do you intend to be here or whatever?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And then, you know, all was well, checked her documentation, all good. And then he said, oh, you know, do you have any vegetables or fruit to claim? Or do you have any in your luggage or something? And then
anything to declare, madam? Anything
to declare, and just malfunctioned. And, you know, lo and behold, Arnie right under the skin there. And
how does his head fit in there?
So you've got to be huge, right?
I mean, there was a big fucking pole, like a big cord that came out the ear. And like that would have gone the whole way through the head.
Well, it you know, it was a prosthetic head in there, right? Like it wasn't. Did it? Because I know there was a prosthetic Arnie head, but there were, and then her face like opened up, and it was like.
Yeah, but like in real life, how would his head fit inside that particular contraption?
It wouldn't.
Where did he fucking get this from? What the hell?
No, they never even explained that either. See what I mean? There's loads of things that don't get talked about or don't get explained, and things that weren't mentioned. You know, and again, you can only say and explain things so much, right? And it's like you said about like, oh, he pieces things together and he pulls, but then there's also this is meant to be somebody else's implanted supposed to be somebody else's implanted memories.
I think someone else's memories is not true. It's not right, because if this shit never actually happened on Mars, you know, it's just kind of like a memories in inverted commas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's so, but I love that. Like, we're not 100. Well, you like, we're not, because I've jumped between like it could be a dream or it could be real. I'm leaning towards it's more real, but you make, you know, good points about whether or not, you know, it's real or not. And I love that. I love like having to second guess where I stand on it. And again, I would love to hear what other people think about it, because it's really, really cool. And there's a lot, I'm sure there's loads of different like minute details in the movie that, like the thing with the doctor sweating or the guy sweating, right? I was like, what? You know, I didn't think much of it. I just thought, oh, he's nervous. That's a bit weird.
Arnie, in his knowledge, he's like, why would a computer guy a projection be sweating? Why would he worry? You know, if he can't die, you know, it's not particularly hot here. I'm not sweating. I'm a big fucking burly bloke.
Yeah, exactly.
Check me out.
I mean, because I'd seen it before, but it's just not one of those films where I really thought much about it, right? It's not like I don't equate it to Blade Runner, ironically. I know it's the same.
No, it's absolutely true.
No, but it is, though. That's the thing, because I never thought about it like that in the first place, because it felt like with you, right? You were like, oh, it's an action film. Why would I want to watch an action anything? You know, it's not really for me or whatever. And I thought it was in that vein.
Yeah.
Very similar in that vein. And I underestimated it. And I like films that actually like appear to be like something, and then in reality it's something else completely. And I think, the first time I watched it, I maybe wasn't like giving it a fair go. But when I watched it this time, I'm like, oh my God, actually.
I mean, that's part of it, you know. That's part of the beauty of this here podcast, because there are films that you choose that I would never ordinarily watch at all. And it turns out, holy shit, there's a lot more to it than I thought. And so this pick, because I've seen it so much, I know that it is a good one to talk about, just because it's so, like, you just don't know what's going on. And it's like a thinky film. We like a good thinky film, don't we? It's just the thinky film that's hidden.
Oh, God, I love a thinky film.
Yeah, we love thinky films as ladies.
Yeah.
And it's got really super cool fight choreography as well.
The prosthetics, the fight choreography.
God, yes.
I think the music was kind of cool as well. Again, it's this thing of like, because I saw The Running Man, I'm just the freaking Arnie films. And I also watched Red Heat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we just went on like a stint of like just watching. I love Arnie. I love him. I will watch him do anything, literally. He's just so, I feel transported whenever I watch anything with, you know, Sylvester Stallone or anyone from
it's
way
that
back
era, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's insane, but it makes me feel so, I don't know, like I'm like a kid again.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, I agree.
But yeah, no, Total Recall's really, I've like changed my whole perspective on it. And I have actually seen the one with Colin Firth. No, Farrell! Colin Farrell, for fuck's sake. I've seen that one.
I haven't. What did you think of that one?
So it's been a while since I've seen that one. So that's 2011? 2012, okay. So I watched that way back when. It was okay, if I remember it correctly. But it's been a while, so my opinion on it is not like reliable because it's not up to date.
It's like I could give you a vague sort of idea of films that I can't actually remember at all.
Yeah. But, I remember being okay, but it's been since then. It's been a long time. So just like with this one, how my opinion's completely changed on it, you know, it could be just complete dog.
It could. Yeah. Could. But I mean, I agree that this is it's a very comforting film. And Arnie, it's just one of those things that it just works, man. It just really fucking works. But the prosthetics, like when his arms they're in a lift and he gets his arms pulled off, and like what I mean when Verhoeven's like violence is so, it's not just outright gore, but it is very gory. But it's almost like a dance, because everything is very fluid, but also like we're using this guy as a literal meat shield, and he's just going to get shot over and over and over again, and then we're going to jump on him, we're going to step on him. This guy's getting shot in the head. This guy's getting a spike through his face. This guy's it's all very different. It's not just here's a spray of bullets and you're dead. You know?
Yeah.
It's not just someone being kicked over and over again. You know, it's not that sort of fight scene. There's gore, but it's in the same sort of. It feels almost like a martial art of its own. Is it gun kata?
Oh, gun katana, like in Equilibrium.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. No, you're right, because there is the part even near the end where when they get kicked out of that area and they get into the landscape where they're outside and they're like, you know, and they're like outside in Mars and there's no oxygen and their eyes are bulging out of their heads and, you know, they're squirming and they're using the prosthetics there and the eyes are bulging, but then once things start to equalize and they can actually start breathing because they've opened up all the oxygen so people can actually breathe, their eyes start going back inside their heads and they start to look normal. And, you know, it's not perfect, but it's pretty bloody well done. It's
very well done, I'd say. Like it's I mean those are entire heads that they've built out of like just nothing. They're sculpted and they are pretty fucking good. Like you wouldn't really be able to tell. And it's the same as in like, I mean it's a step up from Terminator sort of style, like prosthetics, but my god, it's just very cleverly done. Rob Bottin does think about how these things look and how they're gonna work before he does, and he figures out a good way of doing things. And I find that, I mean, obviously, I find that very entertaining. It's very fun, and that's what I think aspects of horror should be about. You know, that it should be fun.
Yeah, I don't like the entire reliance on non-practical effect stuff. And I know practical effects are, you got to be specific and you got to be detailed and you got to be precise and whatever else. But, you know, when it's tangible, it just makes for a better experience, I think.
I agree. Even if it doesn't look... like I don't care if things look realistic.
Jank.
Yeah. It doesn't matter to me. In fact, I love it even more when it looks all janky because it's like you're doing the best you fucking can, and you know it's great. And I much prefer that. And I know that I think the imperfections in people's art is what makes it so. It's like adding your signature to it. The imperfections, but. Of course, as humans, we are trained to pick out what looks real and what doesn't anyway. And some people have that, the part of their brain where if it looks even somewhat too realistic, it makes their lizard brain go, nope, don't watch that.
Well, some people start going, ooh, uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Right?
Or some people are very squeamish about things that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't have the issue where some people don't like eye horror.
Yeah.
Right, but I don't care about that. But I have nail horror.
Yeah.
So I really
it makes me cringe. It makes me cringe just like to picture that sort of thing. I get it. And some people, it's the same with anyone, and it doesn't mean that they are a fucking pussy.
No.
You know?
It's whatever. You can't control that, right? In your head.
No. And so, I mean, I understand why, but Rob Bottin did get it very, very fucking realistic. And he's very, very talented at that. So it's brilliant.
It is brilliant. And yeah, I really like the concept. I think it's awesome. I like the film's ability to make you question whether or not it's real. Makes for good thinking and deciphering and discussion. And there was a lot of attention and care in just everything, really. I think it's so fleshed out and it's so thought out. And yeah, there's some weird shit, like the weird little, like the leader of the rebellion and how he has, and the little fucking alien type thing. Like, what? I don't understand that, right? He's got like some weird. So is he the host and this thing is his, like, like it merged with him? Yeah,
basically, like it's a mutation.
Yes.
Where it's because all the mutants, they have this psychic ability and they know about this reactor thing in the Earth, and that he needs to communicate that with Quaid so that he's the one that has to set it going because he's got more training and more power to do it than these little mutants that basically are downtrodden to the point where no one can make it down there. You have to be some kind of special secret agent. But yeah, he's everyone kind of knows who Quaid is. They know. The mutants know. Cohagen knows. Richter knows.
Yeah.
And it can be a little bit confusing, but I think the fact that they're mutants, it sort of makes it just seem a little bit more futuristic and spacey and sci-fi. What do you think? Is that?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And it's the thing you said about the alien artifacts as well.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a bit like ambiguous regarding, you know, how they're like where they actually are when the film begins, which is Earth, right? But I'm like, okay, it's futuristic, but I have no clue where they are.
Yeah. You don't get to see outside on Earth, do you, really? You get to see it at the construction site, which is a fucking pit, and then you get to see the metro, and that's about it.
Yeah, you don't really get to see much, and it I guess, like, there's enough hints here and there, because, you know, he's working at the construction site, and she mentions, I think, Jupiter, you said, and then, you know, he talks about Mars, so clearly there's, like, you know, settlements, and the future is advanced, and they're able to actually put people on other planets. But that does not go without the typical corporate greed of, you know, building shoddy housing and people mutating.
Literally in everything that, like, there's some guy who's like, I'm going to take all the money I can from all these people and make everyone suffer. It's been a constant theme throughout everybody's lives, where there is always some fucking billionaire ruining it for everyone.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
I'm like, oh my fucking God, give it a rest, guys. What is the point?
It's not even just like the wealth thing that bothers me. It's the hoarding of it.
Yes, exactly. Like the fact that these people could wipe out all the suffering on Earth so easily.
I think a lot of them just like the suffering.
It makes them feel better about themselves.
Well, I think they like to feel in power and like they are better than other people, and they worked harder in their own mind to be, you know, to get to where they are. And it's like that one time where Kim Kardashian was like, oh, people just don't like to work. You know, they don't like to, you know, get their asses into gear, and they don't like to. And everyone was like, what the fuck?
She got famous from her mom leaking her sex tape. Like, what? Like, that's not working. You don't do anything.
No, exactly. You know, you got to have the right people around you in order to help you get successful. You know, it's not just one person. You need a whole team of people. You're not the only one who got you to where you are. There's a reason why businesses require, you know, workers and marketing teams and sales teams. And like, I'm sure, you need the vision, you need the know-how, and but don't pretend like you did everything. Yeah,
don't pretend like it's all your thing. Like these guys that are running the big, you know, this guy that runs Mars, he's like, oh, this is mine, and did you do all this yourself? Did you?
It was like in Darkman. It was the same thing. And he was like, this city is mine. It's all mine. And, you know, but it's like, no, this is off the back of a lot of people. Exactly. And you've got a lot of blood on your hands. So, yeah, it's a very prevalent theme, isn't it?
Oh my God, yeah. Like, this is the thing. Like, every so often I'm reminded of people that I know that do this sort of thing as well. It's gee. Jesus Christ. Even down to our level of fucking, we all know people, and it's like, it's this ego thing. It's the ego that's coming back around saying, I deserve this and you don't because you didn't work very hard. It's like, well, how do you know?
Yeah, how do you know? Exactly.
How do you know what we're doing? You know, we're employed by you. We've all had shitty fucking managers as well.
Oh my God, I can't even begin to tell you, like, the amount of shit from managers that I've endured over the years. I'm sure you the same, really. Yeah,
and it's like we put fucking years of work into things, and then it's like, yeah, well, you're not actually, we don't care.
No, you're just a cog in the machine.
That's all we are into capitalism.
Into capitalism. So with Total Recall, I like a lot of the themes. I think it's very interesting, and it's nothing to do with like it's like a wish fulfillment, like you know, like with Westworld, you've got a theme and you can live out your fantasy, and you know, it's awesome, and you might be living a bit of a boring life, but here's this thing that we can offer to you at the price of this in order for you to, you know, live out your fantasy. And I like those themes. I think it's really cool, but I gravitate more towards like the Blade Runner side of things, which is,
yeah,
you know, you're in all like Westworld and the TV show that I said to you about how, you know, you're making these robots, you're making them look human. And it's the same with Blade Runner. You're making them look very human, and you're trying to give them sentience, or you're trying to make them as human as possible, but you're treating them like shit, and you're, you know, playing God, essentially. And, you know, it's always down to, you know, just messing around with things that you shouldn't really be messing around with. And, you know, the more you make something human, the more you try to give it personality and sentience and whatever else, especially within Blade Runner, like, and then you're like, oh no, they're just synths, we should just kill them, we should, like, you know, retire them, and we should get rid of them. And it's like, no, you fucking did this. Like, you can't just take that shit back. But this is you know, I'm excited for the real world revolution when no one's got anything left to lose. Bam. Uprising. It's already starting to happen. A guy who set an entire warehouse of toilet paper on fire. So
yeah, hell yeah, you go, girl.
But I mean, my God, just, it's, you know, whenever you watch films like this and you think, fuck, this stuff is still pretty prevalent and very relevant.
Yeah, it is.
It's just ironic that it's labeled sci-fi, because
it's not sci-fi. Very sci-fi is, there's always got to be some basis, right?
Exactly. I mean, when we're talking about mutations, sorry if this is getting a bit too real, but, you know, when you're talking about mutations, and then you've got people who live next to data centers and all of their water's being chugged by machines. No, they're not mutants, but they're certainly fucking dying.
Well, I mean, people that would have to live and work in
near plants,
near plants, near chemical plants.
Yes.
There's like those places that have, it's like they're just the workers. It doesn't matter. It's the workers and their families. They don't really matter. If we don't tell them how dangerous it is, it'll be fine. You know, they don't really need to know. And it's like, oh, actually, whoops, everybody's died now.
Yeah.
We've had to evacuate an entire city.
Yeah, exactly. So sci-fi, question mark. A little too real.
Question mark.
It's a little too real sometimes, but yeah, I like the story. I think it's clever. The fact that it can make you question whether or not it's real. I was pretty firm in my belief that it's real. Like, pretty damn firm. But yeah, hearing what you have to say about the different aspects of, no, actually, you know, it could very, very well truly be a dream, and it lays it out many times, you know, with the blue sky and the line at the end about it being a dream, and, you know, his fantasies about his literal dream girl, and, you know.
But the fact that it's so open to
interpretation.
To that sort of, that's what makes it so interesting. And I think it makes it interesting to in a lot of different ways, to a lot of different people. And I love that. And that's part of the reason why I chose it, because it's like, it's really interesting for discussion.
I love a film that can make you question it, scratch your head, back and forth. Like, is it this or is it that? And it makes for I think a very good film and a very good discussion to have about it. But in terms of box office and budget,
box office and
budget. God, where did I wrote it down and then I've lost it because we've been Googling all sorts of stuff.
Can't stop fucking Googling.
I'm just a resident Googler. I'm gonna have to. What's a total recall?
Just a Googler.
I'm a Todd Googler, as they say.
Oh my god! How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Disgusting.
So it made a lot. So the budget for it was, I think it was approximately 65 million. And then worldwide, obviously, you know, within America and everything else accumulated, it's around 261 million.
And I think it was well deserved as well. I think it's a fucking banger.
Yeah, it was. Apparently the budget is anywhere between 50 to 80 million-ish. That's the approximation. But I mean, still, 261 at the box office. That's insane.
It's massive, isn't it? So that's so cool. And trivia, we've spoken on and off.
Total triv.
Did you know that the Johnny Cab driver, voiced by Rob Picardo, whistles the Norwegian national anthem?
I did not know that. Don't know why he would.
Why? There was during filming, a lot of animals were on the set, including a 5-month-old cougar. While in his RV,
I thought you were about to saying a 5-month-old baby. I'm like, wow.
5-month-old baby animal. While in his RV, the cougar jumped on the back of Arnold Schwarzenegger's neck. He thought it might be attacking, but it just wanted to play.
Oh.
I mean,
a cougar?
That's nice. A cougar.
But there were I don't remember any animals in the film, do you?
There wasn't any animals in the film.
So why were
the fuck? Well. I have no idea. I wish I understood anything.
Oh, okay. I randomly scrolled down and it says, so in the commentary on the DVD, the director says, when Dr. Edmar visits Quaid, he essentially outlines the entire third act of the movie. He says that if Quaid kills him, the walls of reality will come crashing down. Moments after Quaid shoots Edmar, the walls of the apartment literally crash down. He says that Quaid will believe himself the savior of the resistance, only to discover that he is in fact Cohagen's bosom buddy. Bosom buddy, which is exactly what happens. And he says that he will have visions of an alien civilization, which Quaid experiences during the mind meld with Quado. I think that's how it's pronounced. Yes. The director points out that if a viewer believes the whole film is a dream, then Edgemar's prediction that Quaid will end up being lobotomized is fulfilled in the fade to white, which ends the movie. Yeah.
So, I mean, that in itself, you saying that does actually make you think.
It does, yeah.
It makes you think, oh, maybe not. Maybe it was real. So, that's again, your opinion just keeps changing.
Yeah, it just
with more and more information.
Keeps ping-ponging.
Yeah, like having that little tidbit of information.
Yeah.
It's like, actually.
There's so much as well. There's so much trivia, because obviously this is, first of all, a classic. Second of all, you know, it's pretty, well received. And, not everything, believe it or not everything you read on the internet is true. But, Yeah, I know, it's shocking. Did you know also, because I found this by accident, but when I was like Googling to find the book that it was based on, so Arnie wrote a book called Total Recall: My Unbelievably True Life Story. So he wrote a book on his life? I don't know if it has anything to do with Total Recall.
Well, I mean, he was in it.
I guess. But I guess it's like a play on like, ooh, he's on my memoir, like a memoir, right? Because they call it a memoir. So clever? Question mark?
Benny, the cab driver, says he wishes he had 3 hands while fondling the triple-breasted prostitute. In fact, he does. He has a normal hand, the mutant hand.
Oh my god!
And then the robotic snap-on hand. The 3-titted prostitute was initially supposed to have 4 tits, but they said it looked like udders, so they just made it look with 3.
Oh yeah, because 3 looks
so much better.
So much better by comparison.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sharon Stone allegedly didn't get on.
Well, there's also a point in here that says he was impressed by her dedication to her training for her character's role, and he referred to her as the female Terminator. So, conflicting.
Well, no, I mean, he can be impressed, but just don't like someone.
I guess, yeah.
She might be a proper bitch. He might be a piece of shit. We don't know.
We don't know.
There's a huge post about Priscilla Allen, the fat lady.
Oh, okay.
Because when Quaid is watching Hauser's video, he learns how to use a device placed over his head, which would shoot out steam and open to reveal a mask. Rob Bottin did not like this concept because he thought it was derivative of the Mission Impossible television series. And then he conceived a fully mechanical disguise, but he didn't know how to make it work. So then he decided that the mask would be a bomb. Finding an actress large enough to believably contain Schwarzenegger's frame was difficult. Wrestlers and bodybuilders were considered before finding Allen. She played the fat lady in the opening scenes, appearing to malfunction. Yep. Her head was too small to fit over Schwarzenegger's. The cast of her head was repeatedly sculptured larger, but the mask's features did not line up with Schwarzenegger's.
Yeah.
And it was still not large enough for the mechanisms, enabling it to split apart on camera. So they had 4 heads built, and there was still insufficient room for the splitting effect mechanisms. And then the masks were cut into sections, obviously. And then...
Well, like, what about the part where it, like...
They had to reconstruct it from fiberglass because it all still... And it's still warped, and then they reinforced it steel-coated laminated resin before the head was cut, and then it was just still warping. It's like impossible. And then a lightweight mask that they initially wanted to have became a 20-pound, which is 9.1 kilograms.
Bloody.
And then it was decided they probably should build a mechanical Schwarzenegger. A body cast of Allen would not fit Schwarzenegger and was enlarged in proportion to the head. The result was described by Bottin as ridiculously big. Nice. And when Schwarzenegger casts were in it, it looked like Beetlejuice after the headhunter shrank his head. So that with the camera
they had
close,
a nightmare with this mask for this lady.
Like the camera close enough, it made it less apparent. And then eliminating the live performer created new options, and they could conceal the mechanisms, and it made the mask in inverted commas weigh 50 pounds, 23 kilograms. That's almost as heavy as a bag of cement.
Oh my god.
And then linear motion bearings were used for the mechanisms, but weighed more than anticipated and brought the final mask weight to 70 pounds, 32 kilograms.
Oh my god. So this was put on top of what exactly?
This became the it was just like a mechanical, it could only be shot head on, and then they had to sort of like had it on a mechanical Schwarzenegger. So that was the head that came out. So the test footage showing the hydraulic hose lifting the fat lady's head above its body to reveal Schwarzenegger within. He wanted 2 shots, one of it opening, one of it closing, and they didn't line up in the test footage of the segments. So yeah, the bearing bent slightly from the weight of the mask when it was open, and the back of the Schwarzenegger head had to be cut open to hold the mechanisms. But
Yeah,
it all worked. It all fucking worked.
Because it wasn't just stationary. It had to move and like shift, and the mechanical part of it. So a lot of room for something going wrong. Yeah. Essentially. But they managed in the end.
I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That's hard work and critical thinking to have to figure out what the best option is.
Yeah, like this is the genius of Rob Bottin, because he said on the thing he literally lived at the studio. He never took a day off. He loved it. He was just constantly thinking about how to make things work in his mind, and that's just kind of the shit that he does, and they make it happen. And I thought that was so good.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's that kind of stuff where they're trying to make something, they're trying to do something, and it's like, okay, we're going to use a combination of this or fiberglass, or we're going to put it on this and maybe cut the back open, and maybe like, it's just brilliant to see people joining together to try and figure something like that out, whereas they could have, well, not in the 90s anyway, but like nowadays it's like, okay, we can just click it away, do this, here's a simple solution, bit of CGI, VFX or whatever, Bob's your uncle.
What they did with the decompression faces, you put latex on their faces while they were making it, the expressions, and then he added little air pockets, so then he could like inflate them. And he said, if the eyes are going to come out and the tongue is going to come out, how does it come out? Does it come out, fall down? Does it come out and move? Does it twist? Does it go up and lick the eyebrows? What does it do? So they made like loads of different heads, and that's why they had like some moving, some were just like swelling up, and like the eyes had sculpted muscles and tendons attached to the back and were lubricated to slide easily out of their sockets. Full-size head and torso-shaped bladders were constructed and stretched out over a mechanical skeleton. They had smaller air bladders at specific points, which... Where was I? I lost my point. Which Bottin thought made the bladders appear to be fighting each other. So it was
Arnie noises.
Arnie noises. For one of the Cox heads, which was Ronnie Cox, rigid veins were laid in the mold and floated on pins to give the finished mask veins beneath the surface where the skin stretched. Isn't it cool?
It is so cool.
The Bottin's crew studied video footage of actors' faces and movements to replicate them. And the heads were enhanced with miniature motors. And then they were mounted on mechanical bars, which gave the impression of the subject sitting towards the camera. I fucking love that. And they used it quite a lot. So that's great. The hairstyle for Cox's character came from having to slick his hair back for the molds to be made. He wanted that hairstyle. He thought it was great.
Yeah. It's sick. I love hearing about how something is shown on screen and the things that they had to do in order to achieve it.
Yes.
It makes me appreciate it.
This is it. That like, I find this stuff very fascinating. There's so much trivia on IMDb that, you can read it for yourself about, like the rocks. Did you notice that that a heavy piece of rock fell on, Melina's head?
No.
So she was stunned. She was all right, but it did hurt. So that was used in the film. And the miniatures were so good, weren't they? The little miniatures of the Martian, like the mountains and all the clouds and stuff. And
absolutely,
it was fucking amazing. Like really well done, and so much attention to detail by literally everyone. Yeah. No, like I have no notes on the casting as well. Like it was perfectly cast.
Do you think everyone was pretty on point?
Yeah, absolutely. And the even the bloody sort of like the animation of, the X-ray scanner. And they found the guns.
God,
the animation of that as well. Oh, so cool.
And then he bloody jumps through it and breaks, and
there was a lot of jumping through windows, wasn't there? There was a lot of windows breaking.
Yeah, I mean, it's Arnie,
It's Arnie. I mean, everybody likes to jump through a window.
Especially Arnie.
I mean, and that's something Verhoeven is like, was it in Blade Runner where there's a lot of jumping through windows as well?
Yeah, when he's like out on the street and chasing the snake dancer woman, and it's awesome. So cool. So
that, I think, is a good place to wrap up. Please read the trivia if you're interested in this sort of thing, because there's so much, and that I love reading trivia about films. It's great, isn't it?
It's amazing. And the fact that, like, especially on IMDb, like, yeah, I'm sure some things are exaggerated and whatever, but I love having to think about things like that and go,
Which
actually,
is shocking because you're a woman.
I'm a woman and I'm incapable 90-something% of the time. But when I like see something like that and I just go down a rabbit hole and I'm like, oh my God, and oh my God, and you keep going further and further and further. And
exactly.
It's freaking amazing. And yeah, it's a good film. I am very pleasantly surprised by my, rewatch. And yeah, my opinion has definitely changed. I had a lower opinion of this film before. Yeah, definitely.
I'm really glad that like you were able to kind of like see what I see in it as well. Like this, and I knew that you would see it and you would enjoy it.
So what is it that, if you could boil it down to like one thing or whatever, like what would you say is the thing that makes you go, ooh, or like the couple things that make you go, yes, this is a really good film?
It's the ambiguity, it's the cerebral like thinking of like this storyline where you're not quite sure, and it'll take a few watches before you actually start even thinking about taking it more than face value sometimes.
Yes.
And it's being able to see that and you can watch it again and see different things.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I completely agree with you.
That's awesome. So I rated it 8 out of 10.
Cool.
Yeah. And, I think that's pretty... I think I've explained why very well. Yeah. It's just a fucking banger.
It is. I agree. I think it sits at like a 7 for me, which is like, yeah, I definitely had a lower opinion of it before. I thought it was like, I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, far out, it's dragging on, and I don't understand what's happening, and, it's just not for me. But yeah, I think I'm trying to think of like what I would have rated it before. I probably sat like a 4, and then
that's amazing. The difference.
Complete 180. Like, yeah, if I feel like it was a 4 and thinking about everything and rewatching and hearing what you had to say, and yeah, it's probably around like a solid 7. And 7's pretty good.
That is very good. What did Joe think of it? Did he have the same opinions as you of like...
He likes it. Like, because we were going to watch this before, and I was like, just wait, because it's on, it's on Booth's list. I was like, it's probably going to come up at some point. And then lo and behold, it came up. So, yeah.
So cool. Did he think that it was real or a dream, or did he leave it sort of...
You know what? I actually don't know, because he asked me that. Because he goes, do you think it's a dream or do you think it's real? And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Because this was before... this was before we watched it, right?
But that's just a normal thing that you say to him, though, because you don't understand what Joe's on about. Because he fucking tells you things and you're just like, what the fuck? He's asking you stupid fucking questions.
I was like, what? It's because the first time I watched it, I clearly didn't give it like a fair enough go, right? I didn't give it the attention it deserved or whatever else, right? So I was really confused. I was like, is it not just like, it is what it is? Like, he goes into the Total Recall, he gets the implant, and it just whatever follows is what it is, right?
Is what it is.
Yeah. So when he said that, I was like, oh, I didn't realize there was like a whole question around whether or not it's a dream.
I just like that Joe is just one of the biggest fucking trolls to you. He just bullies the piss out of you. He just, like, I sometimes wonder whether he even likes you.
That's just him. He loves to take the piss.
He just likes to bully you. He's just like, God. G's gonna fucking...
I was genuinely like, what do you mean? What do you is it a dream or is it real? Are you trolling me right now?
Check out GSP, where it's a YouTube channel where Joe and G Joe just bullies G about various things online. And it's really fucking funny.
We were playing Tomodachi Life, and we'd added like a whole bunch of men to the island, and I was like, we got to make a woman. And then I go to him like, oh, we got to think of a woman, like, let's add someone. And then I'm like, who should we add? And then he goes, Joe Biden.
Woman?
Joe Biden. I'm like, yeah, perfect. Joe Biden, let's go.
The fact that you've added a shit ton of men to an island. We need a woman. Joe's like, I don't fucking see the point.
What's the point? It's perfect as it is. Why ruin something good?
Why ruin this perfect island, G? Just put Joe Biden on it.
That's all we need. Joe Biden, Shrek, Bob Leponge.
Bob Leponge.
Bob Leponge, my beloved. But yeah. That was Total Recall, and it was fabulous. And thank you so much for having it on your list. I am reformed.
I'm so glad. I mean, that's what I'm here to do. And you're here to reform me on your various thoughts about The Greatest Showman and whatever.
Oh, I'm never going to change your mind on that one. Let's be
Not
real.
Not on The Greatest Showman, but maybe on Heat and Spider-Man. You know, there's all sorts. There's so many yet to come.
We did say we were toying around with this idea around revisiting Heat.
Yeah. And I think we should.
Considering it's the anniversary of like 3...
Yeah, you're right.
I think we should.
I think we should do a special bonus episode on Sophie watches Heat.
Yep. I need to go and find what you rated it the first time.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it
was like a fucking 0.
Hold on, I've got somebody made a spreadsheet of our scores. So Heat.
Well, in Letterboxd, I rated it 1.5 stars, which I think is generous.
Yeah, I can't figure out this spreadsheet. It's a little confusing.
Honestly,
but I think
what did we expect? It's not ironing directions. It's not washing instructions on a t-shirt label. She won't understand it.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm going to send you the link to this to this spreadsheet, and you tell me whether or not you can figure it out.
Okay.
Because someone, I think. So Anki, I think is one of our
Booker. What the hell is this?
Yeah, look at this fucking spread. Is it up to date now? I'm curious. Wait, episode 66.
Yeah. I mean, Dead Heat.
Yeah.
Is there? Yeah.
Okay. No, that's
it's fairly good. Season 2. He's put it into seasons.
That's brilliant.
And there's guest ratings. Oh, Anki, you absolute mad lad.
Oh yeah, okay, so the green is the picked movie, I think.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so Heat was episode... Yeah, so we had Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but we had episode 0 before that, and then Heat was the 3rd episode, technically. Okay, so you gave it a
2.
A 2? And then a 3 on Letterboxd, I think.
Yeah. Well, 2, it was like, yeah. That's probably about right.
Yeah, 2. So that's pretty harsh. Like 2 is pretty...
Simon gave it 8. G gave it 8.5. Yeah. I gave it 2.
Yeah, it was pretty controversial.
It was, wasn't it?
It was oh my god, Twisted Pair. Oh, look at that.
God.
I gave it a 0. You gave it a 3.
Passer is a 002. I mean, yeah. So I guess we've got our bonus episode sorted.
Yes, revisiting Heat.
And the other thing that you can get if you're a Patreon member is your name on the list of movies that we pick.
Which is what we're doing today, which is really exciting. So we're not picking from my list.
No.
We're going to pick from the viewer list. Yahoo!
Yahoo!
All right. So I think there's an average of like, I think 10 movies that some people have listed. So it's basically you roll the dice twice, right? So you roll the dice to land on the person, and then you roll the dice again to land on the number that's allocated to their specific movie.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to roll the dice. I think we only need a maximum of 10. All right. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's just 10 people. I'm going to roll the dice and see who it lands on. Okay. So it's landed on Dragon Master Adam.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to clear that, and then I'm going to roll it again and see what movie it lands on. So I think he has 10 movies listed.
Have a look. Yeah.
And it's landed on a 3, which is Manic 2001.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Okay.
right. Why couldn't we do... I'm looking at all the list of the...
What?
The list of the movies that he's put on there. He's got some fucking great ones as well.
Yeah, he's got... Yeah, his list is Lars and the Real Girl, The Iron Claw, Manic, Rosemary's Baby, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Sing Street, Half Nelson, Sound of Metal, Heathers, and Lisa Frankenstein.
Yeah. So there you go. This is Manic 2001. It's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Don Cheadle in it.
I literally have never heard of this film. No
Same.
idea what it is. But it's a psychological drama and a coming-of-age film.
Oh, this is very exciting stuff.
This is an unknown. It's an unknown to us. So...
It's got Zoe Deschanel in it.
Oh my god, yeah, she looks unrecognizable. She doesn't have her iconic fringe that she usually sports.
Completely just does not look like her.
Yeah.
The lack of... Imagine having your whole thing tied to a fringe.
Tied to your fringe, yeah. Because I've seen her without it, and I'm like, who is that? It's like the Superman effect.
Yeah. I wouldn't recognise Davine McCall without a big, massive fringe.
But you have face blindness, okay?
I do.
So...
I mean, all white people look alike. We can just accept that.
Oh, God. All right. Well, that was the review for Total Recall. And the next movie, thanks to Dragon Master Adam, is the 2001 film Manic.
Thank you so much once again to all of our patrons and our listeners.
Yes.
We're just so grateful. And if you want to hear the bonus episode from me watching Heat, then we'll put it on the Patreon when that happens. And oh boy.
I'm excited because it's been 3 years since we've watched it.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to see if you have changed your mind. It would be hilarious if it goes even lower after rewatch.
Oh my god, you never know, do you? Though.
No, it's with you. No, you don't.
I don't know because sometimes I just even films that I thought I loved. Suddenly it's like, well, you were wrong then, and then I turn around and think, well, actually, no, I was right.
No, I was valid, and also I'm deducting 2 more points from this.
And also, I need a tea.
We get to hear Al Pacino say, she's got a great ass. And I'm so excited for that. You have no idea.
I have some idea.
You do. You might have a semblance of an idea. I can't wait to hear him say it again. So
yeah, I'm excited. Thank you so much, G-Star Games. You are as always. Australia's
sweetheart, yeah. Thank you. Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much.
We will see you next time where we discuss Manic.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.